Let's talk a little bit about our roadmap to developing our first application. The first thing I'm going to do is install a couple of dependencies, and these are going to be different depending on your operating system. So you might be taking this course on either a Mac or Windows or Linux machine. Depending on what machine you're on, we're going to go through a different set of installation directions to get started with a couple dependencies. In this in this course, I've provided directions for getting started with iOS on Mac, Android on Mac, and Android on Windows. Depending on your operating system, you will take one of those tracks and go through to completion. So that's going to be the first thing that we do. After that, we're going to install ESLint. ESLint is a system for automatically catching errors in the code that we write with JavaScript. This is optional installation. You don't have to use ESLint if you don't want to, but I highly recommend going through it. In this course, I've provided ESLint installation directions for a couple of different common code editors, and we'll walk through the installation one by one, depending upon which code editor you use. After all that setup, we will finally get started by generating a React Native application, and then boom, we're going to start coding. So the one thing I want to just kind of temper expectations right now, or set expectations. With React Native, unfortunately, there really is a lot of setup to go through. I love starting off tutorials by working on an example right away, like in the first section or two. But unfortunately, with React Native, we have to do the setup ahead of time because we can't write any code without it. So I encourage you to stay strong. We're going to power through all this setup, and then we're going to get started with the first application. The first app that we're going to work on, it really looks awesome. I'm very happy with how it turned out. So I encourage you to tough it out through the installation, and then we're going to get started with the first application. Let's get started. In the next section, we're going to be walking through installation directions if you are on Mac and you want to develop iOS applications. So I will catch you in the next section.